It is morning. You are vaguely hungry. What would you like to do as of this morning? Let's up your health a little bit because you've rested. We're going to just put you at 100% wellness. You are no longer injured. All right, so with that being said, that means that you guys have taken a shower, and then you go and find the manager of the motel. Do we have a cool hand scar now? You've done your best to try and take care of it. I mean, you got a nice massage yesterday. It's still got like that pinkish thing that like cuts do after you get a cut. But after Raymond kind of massaged it, it's better than it has been. I guess it wasn't too deep. I may have given you too much of a healing via Raymond, but I mean, like, you know. There's the motel. All right, so you go and find Christopher, the guy who owns the motel. I don't have a motel, like, office, though I should probably make that room as a spot that you can go. But you go and find him. So you ask him about any weird creatures that exist in town. About the Lipton lady and anything along that, you know? To which he responds, well, I know the Lipton lady. Yeah, she's, I mean, if you want to talk about anything weird in that town, it's her. I don't think there's anything, like, weird about it. She just really likes Lipton iced tea. What do you mean cryptid? I don't even think she works for Lipton. I think that she just likes Lipton iced tea. You ask about your sister, specifically that you don't remember her, and would like to know more about her, I guess. Like, if he's ever heard of her? He says he hasn't heard of anyone. If he knows any creature that may pretend to be our sister for nefarious means. He kind of looks at you like you just said something crazy because you did. And then he says, not that I'm aware of, no. Alright, so what you guys have decided to do today, or right now at this moment, is to head to City Hall and check and see if they have any archives, and if they do, if they have any information in the archives about your sister. So you head to City Hall. Let me find, first off, City Hall thing. Anyway, City Hall is right next to the park, so here's the park. I forgot to make an asset for City Hall. Just pretend it's here. A lot of this is going to involve you pretending that things exist. Wouldn't it be out of place for City Hall to be annoyingly invisible? No, it's, I mean, I guess it would be right in brand for this town to have an invisible City Hall, but it doesn't. It has a completely normal, completely visible City Hall. What does it look like? It looks like a normal, small, stately building. It's got giant Corinthian pillars on either side. On the lintel, it says City Hall. And the doors are gigantic, thick, wooden oak, double doors. It looks like it was probably very fashionable quite a while ago, and it has been just renovated over the years to keep it, like, functional. But it is definitely an older building, you know, as that it is a, So it's generic as fuck. Yes, it's a generic as fuck City Hall. You enter the building, and there's a gentleman that approaches you. I'm working on his asset right now as we speak, but he's an older man with graying hair and deep-set eyes, and he greets you at the door. And his name is... where is it? There it is. Nathan. Nathan is here, and he says, welcome to Town Hall. Can I help you find anything? I'm the mayor, Nathan. Personal space. Okay, like, he's not that close, so I just don't have a full body thing for him. He has deep, beautiful eyes. Okay, whatever you say, chat. So you start with, hey, I'd like to look through the town archives. I'm trying to find anything about my sister. Her name is Elise. Have you heard of her? Also, have you heard of Homestuck? And then you do a JoJo pose while you wait for the answer, because you decided to menacingly pose at the mayor. He says, I have no idea who Elise is, and I've never heard of anyone with that name, but you're more than welcome to look through the archives. I have not heard of Homestuck. Why would he know about Homestuck? All right, so he leads you to the door. There's like another one of these nice, really official looking doors that they always have in town halls like that, into a musty room that has those cool little like shelves that you can turn, and then it allows you to have more shelving and less space. And he says, "Well, here are the archives. What are you exactly looking for? Information on your sister? We haven't done a recent census, but if she's moved in within the last like year or so, she might be in one of these. I think our last census was last year. Someone with our last name. Do we have a last name? You do, and you guys have not told me what it is. Currently, your name is No. Your first name is No. I guess let's go ahead and just do a thing for that. What is your last name, chat? All right. So it looks like you guys have decided that your last name is Ware, which is cute. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. You don't get to dethrone the... If your name is Austin, you don't get to just own the town of Austin, Texas. Can we have our name on top of our stats? Sure. I'll go ahead and put it there right now. You say your name is Where? Nowhere. He kind of looks at you blankly. Goes, did you get made fun of a lot in school with that name? It's a weird one. All right. Well, here are the archives. If you want to check through them, let me know. I'm going to just go back to what I was doing, which is normal. Goodbye. And then he leaves. Knowing that your last name is Where and your sister's name was Elise, you start looking through the archives for, I suppose, Elise Where? Elise Where, which could be pronounced elsewhere. I fucking hate you guys. It's poetic. See, this is why I'm letting you guys choose things. Because your sister, who has been missing, is named Elsewhere. You could say she's elsewhere. Anyway, you check through the archives. It has information for 2017, 2018, but does not have information for 2019 and 2020. So you don't see anything that is relevant. If you guys recall, in the letter that your supposed sister wrote, however, it does mention, and the reason you would be checking the most recent entries is that she says, I've been super busy moving. Things have been hard with the baby on the way. Look for the husband. You start looking for any information on Daryl, and if there's anything or anyone named Daryl in town. There's no information on anyone named Daryl in any of the 2018 or 2017 articles. However, if, as the letter that your supposed sister wrote is correct, she would have been moving with him and then probably wouldn't be in there either. So can we assume that they're married and that she has his last name? I mean, you can assume that. What if your sister changed her name? That's entirely possible. If you guys choose to check if this place is a local paper and see if it's still running, it's gonna be the same thing as check and see if you guys choose to check if this place is a local paper and see if it's still running, it's gonna be the same thing as check and see if there's anything in the archive. And then furthermore, if you guys wish to, you could go check the streets and see if there's any of those little boxes that have newspapers and see if there are any of those available. I'm going to assume that you just generally check for newspapers, specifically here first and then elsewhere. Is the picture in black and white or color? The picture of you and your sister, it's a Polaroid. It's in color. But it's like that shitty color from like 1990s Polaroids. It's like not really sepia. It's more just like the blacks are all kind of muddy and kind of run together. And it's just not a very clear image comparative to like nowadays. It's a little bit sun bleached. just because they get like that after a while. So you decide to skim for info about the various non-humans that we've seen so far, and then check to see if this place is a local paper and see, okay, so how about we start with Noah when we're checking for various non-humans? I feel like that's what chat would want to do and would do. So specifically, you start looking for any information regarding Noah. The 2018 and 2017 censuses both mark that there is someone named Noah, who I don't know if censuses ask what your occupation is, but there is information regarding Noah and Raymond and Crystal and all of the other people that you've met so far, and obviously quite a few that you haven't. I think that if they ask if you're at least employed at least. Did I say there was a newspaper? There are like these big machines that you can look at slides of like old newspapers on. Yeah, those like microfilm things. I hate them. They're not a thing anymore, really. But they have one of those with a little light screen. Any details that stick out or acknowledgments that they are in fact non-humans, there's some information on like older newspapers in there. Checking through a few just random ones, I guess, you get some random information about the newspaper for the town. It seems to be monthly only because it's a small town newspaper, and it just absolutely does not need to be weekly. Like, there's just nothing to report on a weekly basis or even a daily basis on anything that's going on in this town. It talks about normal small town life stuff, stuff like restaurants opening, restaurants closing, you know, random events that are coming up or have already passed, etc., etc. My small town had a weekly. I have actually never checked to see if like my hometown had like a weekly newspaper. Information on stuff like a Randall's is being built and a Home Depot is being built. Does it mention the 7-Eleven guy who gets eaten? There's a random picture of Noah. It looks like he's you know, doing some sort of like bake sale-esque thing. There's a small amount of detail about that and how it was good. Look for all their Elises. Elise is a kind of common name. Looking for any information that cross-references to the image that you've seen for anyone who looks similar to her on a cursory glance does not appear to bring anyone up. Any police records, you can check through that, as well as the court records, since IMED was bringing that up as well. Nothing like massive minor annoyances from people having caused problems, stuff like that. Stuff like there's a thing that says that someone was given a ticket for harassing people about their organization, some fake organization referring to obituaries. People have died. Any information on Raymond? Not really, no. There's a thing that says that Sam got a thing for annoying people. Also something referring to someone named by Kevin who apparently caused issues like breaking and entering. There's just like normal kind of shit that you would expect. Drunken disorderly conduct by random people. Nothing like out of the ordinary as far as like people doing stuff. You can check it and see if there are any things on Home Depot's construction, see if there's any basements or tunnels. It looks like it was a normal construction for a Home Depot. They got a small like grant to build in the town in order to, you know, bring the glory that is Home Depot to the small town, in that is a thing that people do fairly normally in small towns. So you head over to the 7-Eleven to go and maybe score some food real quick. Let me go ahead and... There you go. You're at the super, like, overlit 7-Eleven. The door appears to still be, like, unlocked, but no one is currently there still. Can we go talk to Justin? Justin, the guy who works at the 7-Eleven, is not here. It's a bit dim. Please bump the brightness. Go inside carefully. You enter the 7-Eleven. It's exactly as you remember it from last time. No one's here. Go in, get food, leave money. All right, how about we do another poll? Last you guys said you wanted to get waffles for breakfast, as well as you wanted to get lettuce. There is no lettuce here, and the fruits and vegetables that are here have rotten because they have been just left out for multiple days. You give in to your intrusive thoughts and wonder exactly what makes a building fuckable. You decide nothing makes a building fuckable because buildings are unfuckable things. You cannot fuck them. They're just not a thing you can fuck. You can't fuck a building. You start looking around for the guy who works there, and he appears. There's a zombie here. You decide to, okay, so before he appeared, you decided to search for him, so he's here now. You wanted to grab a slice of pizza and a slushie and leave the money on the counter for only the pizza, but now the guy who works at 7-Eleven, or at least someone wearing a 7-Eleven outfit, is standing at the counter, just kind of staring at you with empty, socketless, or like eyeless eyes. He just sort of stares at you blankly while you go and get your pizza and your slushie. You introduce yourself like a normal human being. You say, "My name's Where? I'm new here. Just dropped into town. I'm nowhere, and I'm just here in town looking for my sister. I don't know, and I'm gonna buy these things." You put the things on the counter that you're gonna buy, the tiny donuts and the pizza that's cold despite being in a heated thing, and a slushie that's more liquid than like actual slush like it should be. And you say, sorry we didn't sorry I didn't really introduce myself the last time we met. He still hasn't said anything. He's just sort of blankly staring at you with no eyes. You were getting eaten by Noah last time. He just sort of goes, and you put some money on the counter. He takes it. His arms and hands don't seem like they work right, so he just kind of like slams his hands repetitively into the cash register until it opens, and then he puts it into the machine with all the grace of a newborn elephant trying to stand up for the first time, and then he closes it again. He gives you money. It's not quite exact change. In fact, I think you come out like $1 over like what you originally had in the first place. So I'm gonna go ahead and change your amount of money accordingly. So now you have a pizza, sort of, a slushie, sort of, mini donuts, sort of, and like $1. You smile, because that's on the list of things that you wanted to do. Smell the zombie. I'm going to give you that one for free. You can smell him from here. He smells like someone who works with rotten meat all day, and also a zombie. So kind of like a guy who spends too much time trying to clean up the 7-Eleven unsuccessfully. And he's also dead, so there's that. While you're deciding what to do, he just sort of stands there going, What time is it in day? Game. It's like mid-afternoon. You know, you searched the archives for quite a while. Then you went to go get breakfast at 7-Eleven. And that's where you're at now. While you're on your way to go and check and see if Noah's at the church, you go ahead and eat your pizza, which is disgusting and gag-worthy, and your slushie, which is warmish, and your donuts, which are dry and just kind of not good, but you're now full. You've eaten just awful stuff. This is not like cursed or anything really like unnatural. It's just normal 7-Eleven food that's kind of gross. So there's that. on your way, you go and eat, and then you go and check out whether or not Noah has gotten your cactus. You go like a couple doors down, and you notice that the cactus is gone from where you left it, but it appears that church is currently closed. Like, no one's currently there today. You left a note or something with the apology cactus, right? It said from no. Okay, cool. It was just saying that it was explaining that it was from you. Okay, cool. The next option, which was like only 5 points behind, was fill out the application. So why don't we just sit down on the steps of the church and fill out your application to Home Depot. It asks for references. Is there anyone you'd like to put down as a reference? Crystal and Noah. Okay. Don't we need their numbers for references? Yes. That's a good point. That would be an issue. You guys do not have Noah's number or Crystal's or Raymond's or Justin's. Can we cite our boss from before we visited the town of nowhere? Would you guys like to cite your previous boss on your list? Home Depot as a reference. It's kind of a power move to put the place you're applying as your reference, even though you don't know any of them. Like, what the fuck is that move? You have to hire me now because I already work here. Okay, then. So it looks like people in chat are fine with putting your old boss's number down, and second was your sister, even though you're not supposed to put your family members down on there. But I listed it as an option. I'm a psychic and I know you will hire me. Okay. Where did you work? It has never been addressed because, and this is like, I'm just going to tell you guys, the reason I haven't addressed where you work is because I didn't want to have any information written about the character that you guys didn't get to choose for the most part. I mean, I guess you guys don't even know if she's your sister or not. So that's a good point. So another galaxy brain move from chat. They don't necessarily, like, I've always worked at Home Depot, and I'm putting this person down because I don't know if they exist or not. And so they'll be on my references. Good job, chat. All right. So you fill out the application as best as you can with the information that you have available. With your previous job or your previous boss, Noah, and you don't have a phone number for Noah. So let's just head on over to the Home Depot. It's starting to get late. You guys have been fucking around all day doing stuff. Home Depot. You wander over to the Home Depot to get your application submitted and wander inside. It's kind of that awkward thing that happens when you go and like apply for a job and you can't seem to find anyone right off the bat. But after a bit of wandering, you do end up finding one of the completely normal and definitely not cultists that work at the Home Depot. Hello. Welcome to Home Depot. It does exactly what it says on the tin. May I help you find anything today? Not everyone's your boyfriend, chat. I've come to apply. Aggressively chant, and I've got the options open so you guys can submit stuff again. Is it somewhere in nowhere right now? It's Texas in nowhere right now, which for those of you who have not visited Texas, we have approximately 2 seasons. Mild and hell. Those are your options. If it's summer, it's hell. Currently, it's mild out. So it could be any of the other seasons other than summer. I've come to apply. Who do I talk to? You ask the person, the normal Home Depot employee. He says, yes, you wish to join us. Today is an auspicious day to join Home Depot, capitalist tool. Home Depot, they're great. Let me go get a higher power to help you with this matter. One moment, please. He leaves, leaving you to kind of just stare at wood, doing that awkward thing where, like, you're putting in an application somewhere, and it's like you have to pretend like you kind of want to like work there, so you have to care about the stuff that's there, and so you're like looking at random planks of wood, and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I could definitely build a deck with this for sure. He returns with another individual. Hello, yes. This individual would like to join us. I see you have filled out the contract. Yes, the contract. Home Depot. 99 and 44 100% pure. Obey your thirst. Home Depot. Home Depot are for kids. You've signed the contract. Yes. I will take this and look it over. Would you mind coming back tonight for a test run? Home Depot. Fly the friendly skies. Would you like? I believe we have a position for you tonight. You say, yes, we'll be there tonight. And you ask about the cool robes. And when you say, yes, we'll be there tonight, you say, Home Depot, have it your way. They say, yes, Home Depot, have it your way. Home Depot. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Home Depot, be all you can be. Home Depot, only you can prevent forest fires. Home Depot. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Alright. So now everyone's just sort of standing in the lumber aisle. What would you guys like to do now? Is any of this... it's starting to get close to night now. So is there anything else you guys wanted to do today? Why don't I open up the thing so you guys can make that decision. Home Depot. Takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. Home Depot. This is your brain on drugs. Home Depot. With a name like Home Depot, it has to be good. So anyway, the two guys that, you know, have been trying to get you to work at Home Depot leave, giving you a free moment to lick the lumber. I'm going to give you a slight amount of damage because of splinters, but nothing considerable. Smartass will go up to like 26. I'll give you like a point in horticulture as you learn to not lick wood ever again. And that was a fucking stupid thing to do and a weird thing to do. On your way over to the Randalls, you decide to start training your vibe check skill. Just kind of like mentally like going through your head like, how do I... Alright. If someone comes at me from the left, pow! Like that. And if someone comes at me from the right, bam! And then like, if someone comes at me from behind, 360, bam! Like, all these, like, training moves now. So that way you can get a little bit better at your vibe check. I'm going to give you, like, 1 point in vibe check because, like, that's not an effective way of doing that. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys over to the 7-Eleven, or the Randalls now. You go to Randalls, going to go get some garlic. You go and find some because you feel like you're going to need some. Daryl is here, so is the Lipton lady. She approaches you immediately, offering you a cup of Lipton iced tea. Hi! On days like today, it's so mild out, and it makes me think of wonderful days serving my friends. Nice Lipton tea and Lipton soup. Would you like some? I have some for sample. Would you like some? Daryl is ignoring her to the best of his ability. It's clear that he sees her, but just wants to pretend like she doesn't exist. I'm going to pull this up. You guys are shopping for garlic. Is there anything else that you would like while you're here? You guys decide you're going to buy garlic powder for pocket sand as well. Looks like votes are still rolling in, but I don't think that it's going to change that. You walk up to Daryl and ask him for his last name while you check out with the lettuce and the garlic powder and the garlic. I'm going to say that how much would lettuce be? I'm going to say it's $1. So how about you guys spend $3.80 on lettuce, garlic, and garlic powder? Why don't we just round it up to like $5 plus the, okay, so that would be like $5 of garlic plus tax. Do you have any coupons? No. You check over the coupon thing at the front door because they always have like the pamphlet. There's nothing really there that is a coupon. I'm going to go and adjust your stats to say that you've got $313.40. It's like 3 or 4 bulbs probably. Yes, Daryl for his last name. He tells you that his name is Miller. Then, after you're buying all this stuff, you just, like, randomly assault the Lipton iced tea lady to attempt to remove the mind control. I'm going to increase your vibe check skill by 1 because, let's give you 2. It's probably better than just, like, randomly flexing out in the parking lot with your Bible. She just kind of stares at you and looks upset, like someone who's been hit with a Bible for no fucking reason. Why did you do that? Then you ask her to take a sip first so you know it's not poisoned. Of course, I would absolutely drink Lipton iced tea. You don't have to... It's not poison, it's just good. She takes a good, like, sip of tea and then offers you some. Would you like to drink Lipton iced tea? And or Lipton tea? Daryl just kind of stares at you in, like, confusion on why you would do that. Does she pass the vibe check? She seems like she's been hit with the Bible, as that she has been. And she's slightly upset about it, as most people would be. She's a little bit confused on why you would do that, as you would expect. So, both of these say that you want to drink the tea, so you apologize for hitting her with the Bible. You tell her that you have PTSD and explain that it induces you to take erratic actions and you can't really help it. And it's part of a muscle spasm thing. You take a sip of the tea. It tastes mediocre. It tastes like a mediocre but not awful cup of black tea. It's got caramel. It's probably the best thing you've had today. In that earlier today you ate Slurpee and it's regular Lipton tea. Yeah, you don't die. It's just regular ass normal Lipton tea. She looks at you excitedly. It's good, isn't it? And it's refreshing. It is the drink of the season. All seasons, every season. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about drinking the tea, but it's don't lie. I say we lose 1 wellness. No, it's just a mediocre cup of tea. It's not like you're gonna lose anything. There's nothing to the tea that would make you lose points. Like, it's just fucking tea. You ask her what her name is. I'm just gonna give you that one for free. She says, my name is Mary, and I'm here to tell you about Lipton tea and Lipton products. Did you know that Lipton tea has been around for a long time? It's great. She takes a huge swig of Lipton tea. You say that it's good. Stop advertising to me. Fuck it, let's date her. Okay, anyway. It's starting to get late, so if you're gonna go to your trial run at Home Depot, you would want to start heading over sometime soon. You've got garlic, you've got lettuce, you've got powdered garlic. Does Starbucks serve Lipton? I think. How exactly do we spell Daryl's name? Daryl's name is spelled D-A-R-R-E-L-L. Daryl. All right. Let's refresh this. You stare at her blankly until she's visibly uncomfortable. That happens. She's uncomfortable now. Then you decide to leave without breaking eye contact with Mary, just staring at her, walking out the door backwards after doing a 360 turn. And just look at her, smiling. You head over to the Home Depot. Mary is disturbed. You head back to Home Depot. It looks like it's starting to close up. But one of the people that you've spoken to before, one of the normal workers, is there, closing up for the night. It's starting to get dark out. Welcome back. Home Depot. How do you spell relief? H-O-M-E-D-E-P-O-T. Home Depot. Are you ready for tonight? I have your uniform ready. Let me go get it for you. Home Depot, Semper Fi. Home Depot, can you hear me now? Good. He leaves without saying anything else or really leaving you to have any room to say anything back. He's locked the door behind you. It's a sliding glass door, so, like, getting in and out would not be difficult. You go, Home Depot, and start rubbing garlic over the Bible in preparation and start following him through the aisles. You lost track of him because he did leave before you got a chance to, like, you know, be there. But, you know, you start following him now. He finds what he's looking for in the back room and brings it out to you and kind of runs into you as he's, like, going back through the flappy doors that they've got. He comes back out and he says, "Here, you will need this for tonight. Home Depot. Bet you can't just eat one." He hands you what appears to be an entirely normal Home Depot apron. Equip robes. You equip the Home Depot apron. It doesn't have your name on it. You could probably get that on there later. No hooded robe? Nope, you're just wearing a Home Depot outfit now. Just a normal ass Home Depot outfit. Ask why it's different than his. What do you mean? Home Depot. Don't be vague. Ask for Haig. It is almost time. It is almost time. Another perfectly normal Home Depot employee shows up and goes, "It is almost time." They both begin chanting, "It is almost time. Home Depot, is it in you? Home Depot, even so easy a caveman can do it. Home Depot, see what the future has in store. Home Depot, sail with flowers. Home Depot keeps going and going and going. We must prepare. We must prepare. We must prepare." Both of the gentlemen walk away. Do we look like a lumberjack? You look like someone wearing a Home Depot outfit that's got, like, the bi flag and the trans flag painted on their nails. Done by someone who's not terribly great at the job. You look concerned because chat appears to be concerned about this state of affairs. How about our can-do attitude? That should be improved. You know what? Can-do attitude, I'm going to give you a solid 9 points to your can-do attitude. Do we have women clothing? You have clothing on. Does your armor increase? I don't think the Home Depot apron is a significant enough armor increase. You follow them swiftly but carefully and shout, "Home Depot, as above, so below," following them with your Bible out while you're looking for secret passages And then you also say Home Depot, become one with the Home Depot. You are now part of the home. You say Home Depot, as above, so below. They stop, they turn, they look at you and say, Home Depot, as above, so below. Home Depot, as above, so below. Home Depot, hand built by robots. Home Depot, got milk. Home Depot, the quicker picker-upper. They nod and continue forward. They're slowly leading you towards the, like, bathroom and lighting department. Like, they've got, like, the bathtubs all set up, and they've pushed them to the sides. That way, like, all of the, like, fake toilets and fake, tubs and sinks and all that have been, like, pushed to the side. In the center of that area, they've made some sort of ritual site. This is completely normal for a Home Depot and definitely not a thing. This is not anything to be concerned about. They've got, like, candles out. They've got, like, sigils on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for chat to make decisions, but the bathtubs do not have blood, no. I think those are real. They're not. Have you ever tried to shit in one? It's not real. No, they're not real. I've decided for the sake of this stream, they're not real. So you just start saying, like, random YouTuber intro stuff. So I'm gonna smash that like button, and so on and so forth. And start recording the audio on your phone. You do it subtly so that way they don't notice. Smash that like button! Home Depot! And they kind of look at each other while they're, like, continuing to set up, and they're like, smash that like button, Home Depot. Home Depot, like and subscribe. Home Depot. They're confused now. They don't really know what they're doing, but they go back to what they were doing, setting up for the ritual. I thought we didn't have a phone. Is that... Here, hold up. Let me check your inventory real quick. No, actually, you guys don't have a phone. So that's a okay, so you guys don't have a phone. So, I guess you can't do that. That's a problem. Oops. You'll have to just see where this goes. Suddenly, as they reach a fever pitch, they continue to chant more random corporate slogans. Like, Home Depot, stronger than dirt, the time has come. Home Depot, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Home Depot, the Uncola. Home Depot, have a Coke. Home Depot, it's the real thing. Home Depot, a diamond is forever. And the chanting gets louder. More Home Depot employees show up. All wearing the same outfits, all wearing the same garb. And then suddenly, everything gets very quiet and very loud at the same time. As if you can't quite see what's happening, and as if everything is happening at once, things and sounds that you're unaware of or incapable of quite possibly comprehending start to happen. And there, just suddenly, all around you, and simultaneously nowhere at the same time, comes just incoherent things. The general vicinity of the area is just covered by things happening. Parts of, you know, innards and the outsides of something that you could not even begin to, like, understand happens. You decide to start chanting, Home Depot, tastes like home, talk like Depot. I don't know that one. And then you ask how much you're going to get paid. One of the other Home Depot employees, like, looks over at you and whispers, you will be paid approximately $11.82. Do not tell the higher power I told you this. We must work together as one to gain appropriate wages. Home Depot, the quicker picker-upper. Home Depot, the king of beers. Wait, the cult is just a union? You throw your garlic-covered Bible at the thing that's happening. Whatever the hell this is, it misses despite the fact that you threw it at where it was previously. The room goes quiet. All of the chanting stops. Here. Done well in keeping serious. You see, there is a problem. Even they and I aren't able to require your assistance. And I believe the only one capable of fighting this in this town is unable for me to see. No matter which angle, no matter which spot I go to, I cannot comprehend it. This has happened. I need to be my friend have been helpful. They are not able to help in this way. They are too wrapped up in what's happened in this town. You are new here. You can know these things. You need to start to everything. Things are being forgotten. Things are being taken. For I cannot say today. Taking notes and have been helpful, but they are not able to help in this way. They are too wrapped in what's happened in this town. We're new here. Notice these. You need to start taking notes and to everything. Things are being forgotten. Things are being taken. For what reason, by whom, you cannot say. This for me. Have been helpful, but they... Please do this for me. The thing says... You say, immediately get a journal and make a note of all this shit. One of the Home Depot employees approaches you with a pencil and a basic spiral notebook. It's got random shit written in it. Notes on, like, stuff that you need to do, like, or whoever had this previously needed to do, like, stuff like, I don't know, restock X aisle, nothing very important, really. Stuff like that. You decide to ask whether or not he's the manager and furiously start taking notes. I am not the manager. I can say. No thing. Leaders, rulers. You are your own. You can make choices, but that you do that these are unable to achieve what you can achieve. I have been waiting for you. No, I have been waiting for you so long. Ask whether or not what happened or Cass tell you confidently received it and enjoyed it. I saw this. The fact and see things, but this happened here. What's happening to me? Loyal followers of this town. This dude. I am energy. He says, let me go ahead and open it up for you guys to ask more things. Ask if they know anything about Elise. Ask what collecting information about the town will achieve. Is Elise real? Is this all you're doing? Make a doodle of Noah and show him later. Get out and get to Noah. Alright. I do not know is. Do know that in a house, there's a letter. It is addressed from you to her. You must find it. Maybe Elise in your mission. Elise is not the being nor the ambulance. This is not my doing. Understand what is happening here will allow my followers to grow. It is beneficial to you and finding your sister. It's beneficial to me and expanding my reach. Beneficial to this town. Something is taking people, things, ideas. I am not your sister. Not your. Looks like the questions so far that have been asked in chat are: who can we trust? Can Noah be trusted? Is anyone in this town my enemy? Who or what are you? How do I know I'm safe? And then you decide to start ripping out old paper and start writing this down and ask, how much time do we have left to speak? What is taking things? You are not. No one is safe. Until can be solved. Not we can discuss this problem. No seems trustworthy as anyone in this town, but I do not know what is happening here. I don't know who you can trust, not who you're in, who you're in. I am me. I have been and will be and have been, not be. I do know taking. It's just taking. We have very little time. If you have any questions, them to my I've instructed them as best as can. There is limited time to reach be done here. Just hurry and discuss what is happening. You are not safe. No one is safe. Not friends, not your family. Please, you are not safe. The winning results are, how do we prepare for what's coming? Where do you want me to begin? When can we speak again? How can we trust you? Tell him to get closer to the hotspot. What should I be cautious of? How do I save Stave? How do I fuck a house? Okay, so we'll probably do a couple of those, and go with that. Find any information from you can or sister. Time is short tonight. You will not be able to do so undiscovered. My will tomorrow in the morning. Daryl will leave his house. They will make sure that you are safe to make your approach. Enter his house. Find evidence. We will be able to tomorrow. Communication can take different. Will not be available. No, tell you how here. I do not know where things being taken. They are being taken of time and space beyond my ability to find them. Whether or not you judge me is up to you. I cannot tell you to judge me because that would involve trusting me to begin with. Let's go now. Go on your venture. I wish you well. With that, just as clearly as he has appeared and been and not been in any given spot, he disappears. Whatever this creature is, whatever this thing is that's been speaking to you, disappears from the ritual site entirely, leaving as much nothing as there was something and as much as there was nothing prior to him. The ritual concludes. The cultists stand staring at you. Home Depot. Beef, it's what's for dinner. The ultimate driving machine. Home Depot. They wander off. One walks towards the door. What do you wish to do now? You now have a random notebook and a pencil. You wrote down some of the information that he gave you down into the book. You picked up your Bible again. You Bible checked a summoned god. Do you get a stat increase for that? Sure, I'll give you 1 point in Bible check for attempting to throw a Bible at something that is, like, incomprehensible. Sure, 1 point for Bible check. There you go. The winning options are go back to the hotel and write down anything we haven't already. Say, did I get the job? So Home Depot, taste the rainbow, thank them for their help. Was this paid training? Go home and ask when work starts tomorrow, ask if we're gonna get paid. Cool. All right. We have a lead now. I say it goes up. Yeah, that's fair enough. All right. I will give you 10 points to can-do attitudes. You can have it at 69 plus 10. The random Home Depot employee stops you before you walk out the door. He says, Home Depot, what's in your wallet? Please wait. We will assist you home. You have been chosen by the god to make this journey. It is beyond our ability and our goals to do this. We will bring you home. You do have the job. Home Depot, taste the rainbow. You thank them for their help. You ask if it was paid training. Yes. He hands you a $20 bill. Home Depot. You're in good hands with Home Depot, Home Depot. The rewards for being here, working at Home Depot, are far beyond money. A just dreadful fucking stench fills the air as several cultists appear, each one burning incense. It's the most dreadful fucking smell that you've ever had in your nostrils. After a moment, you recognize it as burning garlic. They unlock the door and begin walking you towards home. They walk you home to your motel. Home Depot. We start work in the morning. Home Depot. The Home Depot never sleeps. Home Depot, does she have it or doesn't she? Home Depot, open happiness. On your way home, you definitely saw something that could have been Sam off in the background, but were unable to get a good look at it. It seems like the incense or the garlic is meant for the same purpose that you guys intended it for, in order to prevent the anyone from aggressing you. You unlock the door to your apartment and head in, because I assume there's nowhere else you want to go? We start our work tomorrow. We will see you then. The god has instructed us to defend your quest into Daryl's house. We will make sure that Randall's is filled with customers. Home Depot! Reach out and touch someone. Home Depot. Say it with flowers. Home Depot. See what the future has in store. And then they leave. And you go inside the safety of your motel room. Put the produce in the fridge and keep it fresh. Sure, we'll just go ahead and do that one because that seems fair. I think if you guys decide to take note of anything, you're going to have to tell me. You have limited pages in your notebook. You could always get more notebooks from like the dollar store or something like that. But, you know, write down everything that just happened. So with that one, I'm just going to try and summarize to the best of my ability everything that just happened while you put the stuff in the fridge and keep it fresh. Hang garlic around your room and sprinkle the powder around the doors and windows. And then you're going to go over the notes. So, okay. So you write down everything that just happened. So, in summary of what just happened, specifically at Home Depot, I assume, the people working at Home Depot, who I will just call cultists at this point, summoned a thing into the bathroom section of the Home Depot that seemed to specifically want to help you in your quest to find your sister, because for some reason it is concerned about what it is doing to the people of the town, specifically to his followers, and how it is causing problems. He would very much like it if you looked into it. He says that there's no reason that you should trust him or not trust him, because basically, like, asking him if y'all should trust him doesn't make any sense, because you guys should or not, right? People are going missing, and they're missing out of time and space, and whether or not they can or cannot, you know, they don't seem to be found by this thing that can, you know, move around like that. He asked that you guys go to Daryl's house tomorrow, and that the cultists would provide a cover for you to make sure that the store was busy, so that way you can go break into Daryl's house to find some letter that you wrote, apparently, that exists in Daryl's house. Daryl, according to your own conversation with him, does not know anything about your sister. Can we make a list of people we know so we just don't forget them? Sure. If y'all want to write down a list of those people, that seems like a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and say that you guys do that as part of your writing stuff down. With that, you decide to jerk off, bathe, and sleep. Just as you're about to go to sleep, however, there's a loud banging on your door. It starts mildly, it gets louder. So you open the door with your garlic-covered Bible and say, "State your name and business." There's something at the door. It's massive. It's furry. The thing aggressively enters your apartment or motel room and starts slamming shit around the room, screaming, "Where is it? Where 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 is it? Give it back! Where is it?" Just starts knocking shit over, breaking shit, flipping your bed, kind of stares at you without blinking, and then leaves, storming out the door. When I say storm out the door, I guess I should more accurately say it waddled aggressively like a penguin. The thing was massive, about 7 feet tall, with like a 10 to 15 foot wingspan. There's another knock on your door a few moments later. The guy who guards the bridge comes in with the creature again. The guy guarding the bridge, obviously, being the cop. He says, "Hey, you been stealing from the library? Cause that's a problem there. You can't be doing that. Kevin came and got me. Says you've been stealing from the library, and if you got any books, you need to be giving them back now. Or at least, like, check them out proper." Explain that there was a misunderstanding and that was no one there, and offer to check them out proper. Return the books and affirm no one was in the library last time. We meant to check them out so all of these are basically like, check them out proper, basically. Cool. Now Kevin, they say they want to check these things out proper, and you can't be going and bursting in people's houses, or apartments, motels, whatever. You can't be doing that now. It's not all right. I don't want to have to throw you in jail again for this kind of behavior. You understand me, Kevin? The creature looks upset as much as it can look upset without being able to change its facial features at all. Oh, okay. Kevin looks at you, confused, and says, "Come by tomorrow, and we'll check you out proper. Talk of many things, shoes and ships and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. Okay. Bye." The thing referred to as Kevin leaves, as does Roger, the cop. Today was a trying day. The door appears to still work, but it's going to take a minute for you guys to be able to put your apartment back together. Or your motel room back together. I assume that you'll do that. Kevin rep meter? Okay, I will add a Kevin rep meter. It's currently kind of low because you robbed the library. Let's make it 10. He's not real happy with you. But I think with that, we should probably call it for the day.